It's working. K6USY, DMO6.
K6USY, WA6AJ. How are you doing?
Doing pretty good. Just got the live stream going, so now we're going out to the internet.
Yeah, I just got buzzed notifying me of that.
Oh, very good. Yeah, I'm glad people are getting the notifications. YouTube can be hit or miss sometimes.
Yeah, got caught listening to myself there. Yep, all's working well there.
There's somebody in there in the background, very weak.
Hey, I heard it too. I can't copy though.
Yeah, band's actually pretty quiet tonight. Not seeing any of that radar nonsense that we have to deal with sometimes.
Yeah, I've got about an S1 and a half on noise, so very quiet.
Oh, I don't even have that. I got S0 with the preamp on.
Oh, you're doing good. You using a vertical or a beam?
No, actually neither. This is two M-squared hole loops phased together. So two of those tiny little, they're only like 4 inches in diameter.
Oh, wow, okay. I'm not familiar with those. I have to look that up and see what they look like.
It's basically a smaller version of the 2-meter hole loop, but tuned for 70 centimeter, and then I have two of them stacked on top of each other with a, it goes into a divider box, and then that goes into 75 ohm coax C to the two elements.
Okay, those sound like they'd be HOA hidden.
Yeah, you probably could. I mean, it's the smallest antenna I have up on the roof. Most people probably don't even realize it's an antenna. The only downside is I'm omnidirectional, but I don't have room for beams or rotors with my current setup.
Yeah, understood. Well, it takes, I think you're pretty young, so I didn't get a lot of that stuff till I was later on in life. Over.
Yeah, I'm 37, and I've been licensed for 20 years. I still got plenty of time for towers.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But, hey, I mean, I've worked Santa Cruz off this antenna if the band conditions are just right, and, of course, he's got his antenna pointed at me.
Yeah, that's with the guys over on the coast in the Bay Area. If they tweak it a little bit, they're a lot stronger with me, too.
Hi, John. K6MI, K6USY.
Greetings, everybody. K6MI. Got home, watching the chat.
Hello, John. K6MI, WA6AJ.
Hi, Mike. WA6AJ. Good to hear you on. K6MI. Just getting in the chat from the radio.
Yeah, a little bit of activity on 6-meter today, John. Did you work anything fun? Well, very good. Yeah, I worked somebody in Podunk, Wyoming, and I think Montana and Colorado. The good thing is I picked up a couple of grid squares that I didn't have yet, so I'm almost to 100 grids on 6 meters. I think I need like 3 or 4 more. Yeah, most of it was this morning or afternoon. I was operating remotely from work. I played a hunch and left the 7300 on my 6-meter antenna while I went to work.
Very neat idea.
Because 6 was hot yesterday if you were east of the Rockies, so I figured it might migrate over here, and I was right. It's a little bit of an opening today, nothing too crazy though. You working 6 meters, Mike?
No, I'm not. I don't do the FT8 or anything like that, any digital. I'm out here in my shop, and I don't have a good signal out here for the connection. Over.
Yeah, that's that's a lot of. I think I worked one guy today. He was strong enough we could have worked each other on sideband, but yeah, 6 meters is just devolved into FT8, which. I like to remind people, FT8 was actually specifically designed for 6 meters. It's when it gets used on all the other bands that people are abusing it.
Interesting. I didn't know that. It's I'm fine with working the sideband. I've got, in fact, I've worked that Charlie Bravo Zero Zulu Alpha, I think it was, and I paid for a card. Back in February, I think. I still haven't received anything yet, so I'm going to have to hit them up or something.
Oh, yeah, I worked Easter Island on a couple bands, so I did the pitch them $5 so that they'll actually confirm the contacts quicker and send me a card.
So you never got one either?
Well, not yet. I mean, they barely just got off the island. So some of those groups, it takes them a couple months.
Yeah, I just thought when I worked them in February, I thought it'd be out by now. But I've also got the Tango 32. I've got to confirm my Q-cell. So anyway, I don't mind sending them the money. It's no big deal.
Yeah, I don't mind sending the expeditions the money. It's the guys that are like on some Caribbean island and that's their house and they will only confirm if you send them money, and it's like, okay, I see what you're doing. You're using this as a money-making opportunity.
Yeah, I'm sure, but if they do mail you a card, it does take money. But $5 a shot, who knows?
Yeah, but it's when they're charging for, Logbook of the World confirmations of like, okay, yeah, you got to pay for internet, but it doesn't take that much to confirm a contact.
Yeah, I agree with that. Well, I remember sending international IERC or IER, I forgot the name of it, stamps years ago. You'd have to send them your card with a bunch of stamps in it, and they'll send it back to you to get their card.
Oh yeah, yep. Well, I have DXCC on digital, and all of it was done electronically. I didn't do any cards, so it's slowly moving over that a lot of people are just confirming digitally.
Roger. Yeah, I'm kind of old school.
Yeah, I need to get some cards printed at some point, but now that my wife is licensed, I want to do like a dual operator card and then, just have a spot where we can mark whoever worked them, but I got to come up with a design.
Yeah, I've got DX cards like that too. Not necessarily a spouse, but, just people that were working in the same area.
Right, you see that with club stations because they'll write in who the operator was.
Yeah, exactly.
And the 1-year-old just ran in here to see what was going on the radio.
A bit of a double. Is that you, John?
Yeah, I was just saying I got some cards from my wife. I have a sales license. So we'll have to have a sales card. It's clean sometimes.
That'd be a good club meeting idea, maybe.
Especially if you get a printed or a digital print out a few times. Right on the spot.
Yeah, at one point I had cards, but that was when I was living with my buddy, and then of course I moved, and so then all the cards had the wrong address on them. I think I won those, so at some point I need to design some and get some printed. our fearless leader is listening to us from the other room, probably scoffing down his dinner.
Yep, I bet you it's probably homemade too.
Just finished enchilada. Just finished.
Well, good evening to the 6 people listening in on YouTube. We'll get started here in a couple minutes. K6USY DMO6. Well, while we're waiting for the whistle, I'm gonna go get a no sugar added Klondike bar. I'll be back in a couple minutes. K6USY.
Good work.
USY 1079.
KC5 BTU 712. 727.
Yeah, John, I don't know if Mike's hearing you too well up there right now. You were coming into his radio pretty weak. Okay, yeah, that probably explains it. K6USY.
Semi.
WA6AAJ.
W6BBS72. I heard a little bit of it. I was outside the door, and something about it sounds like that rotator, that control box, doing the same thing again.
And it stops at 181. It will not go past 181, so I'm recalling it now.
Wow, that is just really weird. See, I didn't run it past that spot, because when I did the cal and everything, I ran it around to 180, went down and looked at it. It was fine. I didn't try to run it past 180.
Yeah, isn't that weird? I'm coming up on 180 now. It's going right by it just fine. I just recaled it. I'm rotating around. I'm going to stop here at about 275 for for Tom. Oops. I overshot. Now it's just screaming speed-wise. It's just racing. That's all right. At least it's going smoothly. God almighty. One thing or another here. All right, let's see. I got, let me get W6BBS in here. Okay, I got 4 of you. Kerry, how are you doing? What's your plan? I didn't hear from you today, so I assumed you weren't coming.
Yeah, we decided we're going to try it tomorrow.
Okay. Sounds good. You going to bring Laura with you?
I'll see if what she's doing and everything, and maybe we'll both, you'll get to see both our smiling faces there.
Well, that'd be good, and then Judy would get a chance to meet Laura, too. That would be nice.
Okay, well, nothing happened and the creek doesn't rise, we'll plan on tomorrow.
Okay, sounds good. All right, let's see. I've got, I'm pointed over. I think I'm pointed, although I'm listening to it, but I'm not sure it's rotating, Frank. It's, I'm not hearing any difference in signal strength on anybody. I'm pointed, I think, toward the Bay Area. At least it says it's pointed toward the Bay Area, but I don't know where it's really pointed.
Sounds like it, Mike, is you got me in the knoll right now.
I'm pointed at 275. KW6S. Tom, are you in here?
KD6S, okay.
Oh, boy, you're weak. Okay. Holy cow, you're weak. And I hear you, Fred. KD6S. Okay. Let me take you, as long as you're readable, and I'll see if I can peek on you, Fred. How was your day? KD6S. Okay. 507. Go ahead, Fred.
Okay, the day was okay. It was a lot of, the work was, difficult. It was hard work, but I'm home, and it was hot outside today, but I was just good thing. But it was pretty warm today, but it's cooling off nicely right now. I guess the fog will move in later tonight or tomorrow morning, so we'll see what happens. It won't be as hot tomorrow, hopefully. And, not as strong as your usual self, but let's see if you can peak all my signals, see if that makes any difference. So, back over to you, Mike, KD6S, okay?
Well, everything looks normal. I got a peak on you here. You're a little bit off, but not much. It's 280. I'm peaking at 280. Normally I get you 283 or so, but that's close enough. Anyway, how's the signal now?
Oh, much better, much better. It's a little wavy right now, but that's to the airplanes and whatever. But you're at S9. You go fluctuate up to a little higher than that and then come back down. But it's probably just some atmospheric conditions over an airplane. But anyway, your signal is just as good as ever. So you sound fine.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm calibrated more or less within a few degrees then. I heard you, Tom. Let me get you in here. Fred, good evening to you. It was warm here today. I think we got every bit of 80 degrees today. I think it was 80 anyway. If it wasn't 80, it was so close it didn't matter. And we worked outside, but working in the hot sun, it was starting to feel like it was working in the hot sun. Let me turn the antenna down toward Tom here. Just a little bit, Tom. Okay. There we go. KW6S, K6MYC. Is that any better?
K6MYC, KW6S. Yeah, I saw higher peaks, but this one seems to be more than usable.
Yeah, boy, you're way down, though, from normal. I bumped it back up to 275, was where you normally peak, and that's where I'm at now. Over.
Yeah, okay. Looks like I'm hitting the amp about as hard as it should be. So, I don't know what would be different. It's a beautiful day here today. I don't know what temperature was. It was just more than comfortable. It was just a really nice day for working outside. And I was still doing some antenna refurbishment.
Okay, well, part of the problem here was I didn't have the preamp turned on. Aaron, if you can get into my radio, the AGC seems to be on fast. And I don't know where the AGC control is. Maybe you can get in and I can unkey here and maybe you can find where the AGC is and put it on automatic or medium. Over. I guess Aaron's not listening. Well, no worries. I can copy people, and you're much better copy now, Tom. It was I had forgotten to turn the preamp on. I can't turn the preamp on when I'm on 220. It overloads the system. So I had turned the voltage off to the preamps out there. And I had to turn it on. It's controlled by the sequencer. That's where the voltage, 12-volt voltage source comes from. Anyway, good. And it was, you say it was, how was your day? Cooler over there today?
Oh, no, it was just beautiful. Yesterday morning was a little cool, but today was just perfect all day long.
Yeah, well, it was perfect here, too. In fact, working in the sun was quite enjoyable. The only time it felt a little bit excessively hot is when we got close to one of Frank's fires. Frank had about 3 or 4 fires going today, and they were big. One of them, I saw flames that got up at least 10 feet high. Boy, they were cooking. We were burning up chaparral. Boy, that stuff at this time of the year is dry. It never did have flowers this year, I don't think. I never saw the chaparral flower out like it normally does. And but it was just cooking like crazy. Anyway, those fire piles were hot. We worked up on top of the hill, which is the last corner piece of property I own. And I pruned a tree over the last couple of days, and we brushed it out and got it all looking nice. And I raked underneath it. There's big rocks underneath for sitting. They're sitting-size rocks, you know, about the size of a big cow. Each boulder is about the size of a cow. And plenty of places to sit, and it's always shady, so it's a nice tree. Has a nice shape to it. So that's a nice landmark on the corner of the property there. Anyway, that's what I did, and then a little bit of stacking of wood. A lot of wood came off of that tree that was, well, not that tree. That has pretty live wood in it, so I've got that stacked in one place, and I've got dry wood came off another tree that we pruned also. And a lot of that was drier wood, and I've stacked that into my wood pile. So we were pretty busy all day. Enough of that. Let's see, by any small chance, and see if KB6 Lima Echo is there. Why don't you call him, because I may not hear him, Tom, over.
KB6LEE, KB6LEE, KW6S. Nothing heard there. I told him that on the nights he doesn't show up, we talk about him instead of with him.
Yes, we do. We say naughty things about him.
Yeah, and then he said he was going to go back and listen in some of the archives and see what we were saying about him.
Yeah, well, if he's got time to do that, he's got time to fix the 432 antenna.
Yeah, I'm hoping he doesn't lose momentum here on this, but didn't sound like it last time. It sounded like he was getting more and more interested in all things radio. So I'm trying to keep the momentum up as much as I can and help him when I can. Let's see, I should be here Sunday night, and otherwise we'll catch up Sunday night. K6NYC, KW6S.
Yeah, we'll see Sunday night, as far as I know. Shouldn't be anything that would keep us from making the nets. So we'll look forward to that. 73s for now, and maybe over the weekend you can touch base with Lee or something and see if he needs some help. I think Frank, has the beacon been running at least 7 to 7 in the daytime? No, Frank's in and out, I guess, tonight. He must be still eating dinner there. weekend you are hearing it, but it's very weak. Is that what you said, Tom?
No, I checked it during the day 2 days ago, and I think it was 2 days ago, and it was, I could find it, but it was just like right at my noise level on 432. 2 meters was not too bad.
Yeah, okay. But you think your location is not as good as Lee's?
I'm not sure. I think he's got quite a bit of height on me.
Yeah, well, he has a good signal over here on 2 meters and so on. I don't think he's running anywhere near the power you are. So maybe his location is quite good. I don't know where. Frank must be outside doing something, trying to get the last of the daylight there.
Well, very good. We'll keep watching for Lee. K6MYC, KW6F.
Okay, there's big fades on your signal. Now you're back up again. Let's see if there's anybody down in the San Joaquin Valley like AA6S. Bill, are you here tonight? Alpha 6 Sugar? Anybody else that wants to check in from the San Joaquin before I concentrate more on the Bay Area? Over. Okay, nothing heard. Let me go into the Bay Area again.
You're swinging this way, K6KLY.
Well, I'm trying, Russ. The controller's acting up on me here. All of a sudden, I got no speed control. Now it's back. I couldn't move the heading here. Let me go your way now. That should be better. Is that better, Russ? K6KLY. Is that better? Where did Russ go? Russ, are you hearing me here?
PQL's hearing you.
Okay. What happened to Russ? He said, "Are you there?" And I came back, and he must not have a receiver.
Oh, I don't know. You know, we got all kinds of noise over here. I've got plenty of it today, and you haven't been consistent yet. But you're okay now. K6MYC, W6PQL.
Yeah, but I pointed at 265 for you, so something's really screwed up here. This thing is just acting up. We're going to have to try a different controller on here. I think this thing has had the weaning. I'm at 264, and you're very loud. Let me come up. I'll come up in 3-degree increments or so, Jim. And you...
Hey.
Hello, who was that?
Yeah, come on up to 285, please, over.
Say it again, Russ.
5.
What did you say, Russ? Go to 285?
Yeah, Roger. You're down about 3 F units right now, over.
Well, I called you when I was at 285. You did not come back to me.
Okay, well, I got my antenna fixed, so at least I can talk to you on this stand, over.
Okay, now I'm at 279. 279. Is that better or worse?
You know, that's pretty good. Not the best, but better than you were, over.
Okay, here's 285 right here. 285, over.
Okay, well, 279 was better, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
You're just up and down, or whether your antenna's not pointed the way, the direction that the indicator is telling you it is, over.
Yeah, it isn't it's probably off a few degrees. I'm going to change it right now. Make it read 280. 281, 282, 83. I'm going to leave it right there. Now let's see what we got. W6PQL, how's that?
Well, that's pretty good. That's the best I've heard you yet.
Okay, I moved it to 2. I'm at 286 now. Is that better?
Yeah, that's downright nice.
Okay, well, good. So I think I'm calibrated. Hopefully it'll stay this way. I think part of the problem is the band's going up and down, and it's really funny. Anyway, let me finish up with Russ here. Russ, I'm off of you a little bit, but I'll come back. But how's it going up there? And well, thank you very much for calling in here and checking in on the 432 net tonight. K6KLY, K6MYC.
All right. Well, as I say, I got the 432 antenna back up on a rotor so I can at least talk to you on this band. And I'm going to be out of town for a couple of weeks. And then when I come back, I go in for surgery. So I'll be in and out. K6KLY.
Oh, okay. Where are you going for a couple of weeks and a vacation? Where are you going?
Yeah, VE7 and KL7.
Oh, okay, up the coast. Are you going to be on a boat?
Roger, roger.
Oh, nice trip. Okay, good deal. Well, have fun, and I guess have they decided on a pig or a lamb or a cow or what are they going to do for your chest? Over.
It's either going to be a pig or a cow, but I don't know which. Over.
Okay. Flip of a coin, huh? Okay. Well, let's hope that works out smooth, and I'm glad I got a chance to at least enjoy life for a couple of weeks, just on the outside chance that things don't go as well as you hope. So that's good. Thanks for checking in. We won't look for you. What day are you leaving? Are you going to be here Sunday?
No, I should be on a boat Sunday.
Okay. Well, then we'll start counting from Saturday for 2 weeks, and then you'll be questionable for a couple of weeks after that, probably. Over.
Yeah, roger. I should be able to check in probably the last Thursday of the month. Over.
Okay, very good. We'll look forward to it. Thanks, Russ, and good luck. Have fun on the trip there. Sounds exciting. K6KLY, K6MYC, QRZ. I haven't left PQL out in alerts yet, but let's see who else is in here. K6MYC.
N5 NPD, Brett Newman.
Okay. Hi, Brett. Hang on a second. I got KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie first. Let me get him. He's tougher. He's in Daly City, so let me go up toward his direction. That should be better for you, Mike. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie 775, over. Jim, I don't hear him at all. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, K6MYC, over. Jim, are you copying him?
Yeah, he's here, Mike. You guys just aren't hearing one another.
Oh. He came in nicely when I called him, and I was not even pointed at him. Okay. I'll tell him I've got him checked in, and he's just non-existent at the moment.
Okay, Mike up in Daly City, band's up and down, but he's got you checked in.
Well, that was Q5. Let's see if he's copying me. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. I'll copy Mike, over.
I heard you there, Mike. K6MYC.
If he has a problem. Did you hear anything there, Jim? Because he said, I heard you there, Mike, and he said my call, and then he just went away.
Oh, that's okay. You guys have the contact. I got my hands full for a couple of minutes here, Mike.
Okay, no problem. I knew we had the contact. I just wondered if you heard him disappear on me. He didn't get his chance to even say his call. He just disappeared when he said mine. You still there, Mike? Oh, something's gone again. He must have an amp tripping or something. Okay, never mind. Anybody else in the Bay Area? How about Ed or KB6BA or KT2G or anybody else? K6MYC Bozo Net. boy, very weak. Who was that? I hear a voice in there. Can anybody relay who is talking to me? Over.
It was KB6BA.
So he must have the antenna pointed wrong, or he's at a different location or something.
KJ6 Victor Oscar or something like that, VO or something like that, Mike.
No, I think it's KB6BA. Okay, I heard you say KB6BA that time. I think I'm close to you now, Oliver. Give me a little more chatter and I can peek on you perhaps. Maybe you're somewhere else. I don't think you're home. You're way too weak for being home.
Well, your last transmission came up a whole lot. A lot of it going up and down this evening. Just took it easy at home. Got up to about 85 today. And so got my hiking done for the week earlier this week. So I'm enjoying the warm weather. A lot of pollen and allergies to do the wet holiday. We do 6 together, but
okay. Very good. Well, you came up a little bit. I'm not pointing anywhere near where I should be. Do you have the antenna so you can rotate? Are you pointed in my direction? Over.
I believe so. I picked up on you a few minutes ago while you were talking, and I'm pretty sure it's optimum for this evening. Over.
Okay, maybe it's just band conditions. You're coming up now to sound almost normal. Maybe it's just terrible band conditions, Oliver. Band has been doing this lately. Massive amounts of QSB and signals just disappear for moments at a time. Alrighty, fine on your getting your hiking out of the way early. Maybe we'll leave you on Sunday night. You going to be home Sunday?
Yes, I expect to be. Over.
Okay, good. We'll look for you Sunday night. Maybe things will start to return to normal. Has anybody in the Bay Area that anybody's listening, has anybody taken advantage of or heard any of the JT65 or FT8 signals? The band has been open here. I'm hearing a lot of signals. I don't know who they are. Nobody gets on phone anymore. So without decoding it, I don't know what I'm hearing. But the SFI has been up in the high 200s, so we should have some 6-meter activity. Over.
Yeah, Mike.
We
part
just
of that was
had
me on 6
skip
meters
Mike today, mostly up into Canada. Over.
Okay. Thank you for us. I could hear. I was pointed toward Europe, and I thought I could hear sometimes both sides of the conversation. I could hear the caller over here that was loud, and then somebody weak coming back occasionally. So maybe I was hearing Europe, or maybe I was hearing the Canadians. Thanks, Rush. Was that you in there, Aaron? Go ahead.
Yeah, worked Montana, Wyoming, and like Colorado today on 6 meters. Nothing too amazing, but there was a little bit of activity. And if you give me a second here, you got a really nice birdie that you have on 432, and I'm going to see if I can get rid of it here real quick. So give me a second here to find it. K6USY.
Yeah, you found it. It's always there when I point toward the Bay Area because I guess, I don't know why, but, I'm looking right over the top of my house, that's why. This antenna looks at the house when it's at 290 degrees or 280. So I'm looking right at the house. The beacon should, that thing should get weaker in a few minutes when we get off of the Bay Area. Thank you, Aaron. But you might want to look at it again in a few minutes and just turn it off. Over.
Yep, Roger. Yeah, it's moved a little bit from where it was last week, so it's affecting frequencies more than it was last week. But yep. Yeah, once it goes away, I'll turn off the notch. I got the notch as narrow as it goes. K6USY.
Yeah, okay. That's not distorting the audio too badly. All right. right, let's see. Anybody else in the Bay Area? We got Russ is helping us out here. Anybody else that we're not hearing in the Bay Area? QRZ. Ed said he was going to be gone tonight, so he probably won't check in unless he can do it by his phone.
KE6VON 1040.
Okay, K6VON. And Brett, I haven't forgotten you either. KE6VON. Have you been getting calls from my son, Adam?
I have not got any calls.
Okay, maybe we got your phone number wrong. Can you mind giving me the last, the 3 and the 4 digits one more time here?
It's 676-5431. 676-5431.
Yeah, he'll be picking up the unit tomorrow. It's still there. They've worked on it. They rebuilt the carburetor. They put new plugs and points or whatever in it. And they still think it has no compression and they can't get it running. So they've let it go flat. Tires are flat. It's been covered up with a bunch of other stuff. So they're not doing very good for me here. Anyway, Matt's going to pay them off whatever they are going to charge us, which is unfortunate, but I have to pay them for what they did. And we'll be dropping it off at your place. So I'll give him that number. Maybe we've got the wrong number because he's called 4 times and he's not getting any answer from you.
Yeah, my phone hasn't rang, so definitely got the wrong number then. But, well, it'll be easy to figure out if it's got compression or not when I throw a compression gauge on it and give it a few yanks and see what it gets.
Yeah, well, when I was pulling it, when it was running, and even after it stopped, it felt like it still had compression. You know, you can tell when there's it's just like if there's no compression, it's like the plug is out. It just pulls real easy, and you don't have any tough spots in the whole pull. And you can usually feel it if it has compression, and I felt compression. So I'm really frustrated mentally with this thing. Anyway, we'll get it over there. Right now, they've let the tires go flat. It's funny because they say the tires are flat, but the thing sat here for 6 years, and only one tire went down low. It never went flat, and one tire wasn't flat at all. Now they say both tires are flat. So I don't know what they're doing. Anyway, Matt's going to pick it up hopefully tomorrow and drag it over and put it in your driveway. Over.
Really? Yeah, copy that. We'll put it in the queue to get it looked at.
Yeah, and give me your Bozo number, Adam.
1040-1040.
Okay. KE6VON. We got you. Thank you, Adam. There was somebody else in there. Who was the other one?
You got listen for 2 course code check-ins. Go ahead, guys. Well, yeah, Dan, Cam6HK, and why am I pulling a bike on Dane's call right now? Anyways, Dan and Dane were both trying to check in.
Well,
6SRR?
I don't hear him at all, Frank.
Are you guys there? Dan, Dave, KM6HK, or JMP, WB6JMP, either one of you?
Somebody said they're still there, but he was so weak I don't know who it was. Holy cow. Okay, I heard you, Dane. I'll get Dan in here also. So you're both checked in, but I don't know why you're so weak. I hear you, Rob, KM6SR. Good evening, Rob.
Good evening, Mike. Yeah, I wanted to give a talk to Adam if he's still on. Over.
Yeah, Adam, you still here? Apparently, once he checks in, he walks away. I don't think he's near the radio. KE6VON, K6MYC. Adam, are you still here? You want to call him on the phone? He gave me his number.
I'm here.
Oh, there you are. Okay. Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, Adam, this is Rob, KM6SR. I left you a voicemail today, or message, about fixing my weed eater. Do you work on those? Over.
Hey, affirmative. Yeah, don't leave me any voicemails. My voicemail hasn't worked in a year and a half. They can't figure out why, and I've tried to get it fixed, so text message or direct call is the best way.
Okay, I'll try that then. Yeah, I've got a still weed eater, and it just doesn't want to, it doesn't feel like any compression or anything. It doesn't even want to start, so it's my old one. I've got a backup.
What model is it?
KM 110, I think, something like that.
Copy. 110, that's going to be a 4-mix unit. And, yeah, it could be you've got, could be the camshaft lobes in it. That is actually a 4-stroke motor that runs on 2-cycle.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Well, if you work on it, then I can see about getting it over to you, or?
Yeah, we'll go through it and see if it can be fixed or not. I'm just learning. I actually got another one here on the bench right now that looks like it's got the same issue. So I'm learning about them, and so yeah, we should be able to fix it.
Okay, real good. Yeah, when I turned it off last year, it was working fine. So I don't know what the deal is with it. Anyway, it just sat. You know, it's probably one of those gas things you're talking about all the time. Over.
Yep. Oh, yeah. If it ran good last year, then and it won't run this year, then probably the carburetor jacked up, and that'll be an easy fix.
Give me your address, just the street number and the name.
It's Paula Road, Paula, 16065. 16065, Paula Road.
Got it. I know Matt knows how to get there, but I just thought I'd write it on there just in case. All right, thanks, Adam. 1040, we got you. And we're still looking into the Bay Area. Anybody left in the Bay Area needs to check into the Bozo Net. K6MYC, over. Nothing heard. I'm going to go up toward, everybody listen up, and we'll see if we can get N6 Radio Oscar, N6RO. Frank, if you're listening, point up his way. He's on that little elk antenna tonight, so he'd be pretty weak, but we should be able to hear him. I've worked him several times with the elk. N6 Radio Oscar, N6RO, K6MYC. Nothing heard. N6RO, N6 Radio Oscar, N6RO, K6MYC. Over.
N5NP. I'll say hello while I still have you a little bit here.
Okay, who was that was talking, please? Go ahead.
November 5, November Papa Delta. You passed right by me, but that's all right. 1129 is the number.
1129, right?
Hey, affirmative. 1129.
1129. I got you now, N5. I didn't forget you, but I forgot you. I got too many interruptions here this evening. N5NPD. 1129. Brett. Gotcha, Brett. Thanks for being patient. You got to do that every now and then. Wake me up. Because when I get check-ins from a lot of different directions, I'm bouncing back and forth between local chatter and others. I should be able to hear my local guys in Course Gold. I'm beaming right at Course Gold right now. WB6JNP. Are you there, Dane? Okay, super weak. Okay. Well, maybe I'll have to go further north for you. I guess I have to go further north. Don't run away. All right, let me get Brett in here. Brett, anything new from your side of the pond there up near Modesto, Newman for actualities? N5NPD K6MYC.
K6MYC N5NPD. Nope, just got this new 70-centimeter antenna up, pointing your direction. It's just going to be a stationary one for 70 centimeters, the 446SS, I believe is the model number there. So, seems to be working very good. So you can tell me how it sounds on your end. Should be fine.
Yeah, what model is it? You weren't sure, were you, when you, was it one of mine or was it a used Cushcraft or something?
No, it's one of yours. It's the, I want to say it's 446 SS, Sierra. That's, I believe it's 6 elements.
Oh, a teeny little guy there. It's less than 2 feet long. Yeah, okay. That's SS stands for Starter Series. That's the one that has the gamma match. All right, very good. Well, it's working. I pointed more at you. You were very loud when you first called in, but I moved off of you. You're actually pretty much in the same direction I get the Bay Area, and so Newman must be a little bit not too far from Chowchilla.
Yeah, if you're pointing towards the Bay Area, I guess that'd be a 270 heading there. So yeah, you should, if you're pointing at them, I should be able to get you right there as well. Over.
No, I'm pointed at 290. Bay Area for me is 285 to 280 to 290 plus or minus. And then Oakley, up north of you there, Oakley, and Discovery Bay, or yeah, not Discovery Bay, but the Bay is about 300 to 305. But you went away when I was up there, where you didn't go away, but you went way down. So there you are. Anyway, good. Thank you. How high do you have the little antenna, and what's the power?
The antenna is only about 20 feet, pointing at, I believe I have it at a 100 heading, 100, 110, and power right now is just at 30.
Oh, no, you don't want to be at 110. That's way off. Do you have a rotator on it, or is it hand turned?
This one here is stationary, yeah. I get there's a 2-meter one up tomorrow with a rotator, so I'll be able to spin that one around, but this one's just going to be stationary. So I want to say it's a 100 is where I have it at, so I figured that's pretty much pointing your direction there.
Well, I would say 105, maybe 110, somewhere in there, but somewhere like that. We'll see. Anyway, you'll find out. You aren't, you've got a rotator coming for the other one. How come you don't have it on the same mast with the 2-meter?
Well, I probably could do that as well. I just have to change some coax around and run a different line there. I just have it on a different side of the house. But I probably could. The mast for the other one is 2 inches, so let's see if this one will fit on the 2-inch one. I'm pretty sure it would, but I could probably put them on the same one.
I'm sorry, I'm not clear on what you're saying, 2 inches. They all mount on at least a 2-inch mast if you need to, over.
Okay, well, that's good enough. So, yeah, I could just have to do a different coax run, and I don't know exactly the distance between the 2-meter and the 70-centimeter I need to do, but it's something I could probably figure out.
Okay. Very good. I'll let you go. And, yeah, I would say unless you have to run a lot more coax, it would probably be worthwhile getting it on the rotator. And I would put it about 2 or 3 feet above the 2-meter one, over.
Well, very good. Something to look forward to. Eventually I'll get a tower on the side of the house. I got too much stuff going on, and so I'll put something up here in probably the next 6 to 8 months or so. Very good talking. 73. Have a great evening. M5 MTD.
Okay, very good, Brett. Yeah. You get up high, you'll hear all kinds of stuff. But when you're down low like that with a little tiny antenna, that's a tiny antenna for 432. They have gain, but you know, you have path loss that's much greater on 432 and stuff like that. So the bigger antennas you can get up, the better. But I understand that always at these times of the year with current economic conditions, times are tight, so money's tight, and I understand. But if you can get up something like a 440-18, you might look at the 440-18. That's about 11 feet long. Be a huge, huge improvement to what you have. And it may not be that much more expensive. Maybe you could sell that one to somebody else that needs it for repeater use. That's normally a repeater antenna. Either at the repeater site or at home, where a guy just points to a local repeater and does it that way. So you may want to keep it for that purpose anyway. Alrighty. Thanks for checking in as always, Brett. You're getting to be very consistent here. N5NPB, MPD, K6MYC, clear, and QRZ for N6RO. N6RO, N6 Radio Oscar, N6RO, N6 Radio Oscar, N6RO, K6MYC, calling and standing by. Yeah, I can't believe that he's there. Frank, are you back?
I'm here.
Yeah, you want to give N6RO a call? He's using a little elk antenna tonight.
N6RO, N6RO, W6BBS for the Bozo Net, calling and listening, over. N6RO, N6RO with K6MYC and the Bozo Net, calling and listening, over. Don't hear him, Mike.
Yeah, I don't hear him either. Okay. I'm going to go up to Sacramento and see if I can get Darren. Here we go. All right, Darren, pointing in your direction. Let's see if we can hear your small power there. And KJ6KFB, KJ6 Kilo Foxtrot Bravo, K6MYC Bozo Net, calling and listening. How about you, Bill? KO6KD, K6MYC.
Hey, we got N6RO in there. N6RO, W6BBS, over, Ken. Roger, roger. Yeah, you're very weak too, Ken, but we've got you checked in, over. I said you're weak as well, but we have you checked in. You are checked in, over, over. All right, Mike, go ahead. Ken's checked in.
Can I ask Ken if he's hearing me? Ken, are you copying my signal here? I hear you in there, but you're not quite readable. N6 Radio Oscar, K6MYC, any copy?
Hey, Ken, are you still there? N6RO, W6BBS. Yep, he's gone already, Mike.
Holy crap. I heard him a little bit. I don't know where he's got that elk, but he wasn't coming in the right direction here with the rotor screwed up again. Let me go back up to Sacramento. Sacramento, KO6KD. How about it, Bill?
K6MYC, KE6ILX.
KE6ILX, I hear you, Jeff. Thank you very much for 432. Great to hear you, and it's great to hear you this morning on 40 meters. KE6ILX 96. Give me a little chatter, and I'll peek on you. Over.
Yeah, okay. In the mobile,
Yeah, boy, with the conditions as they are, it's really difficult to peek on you. I'm clear down at 311. No, I'm at 319 now. You seem to be good there, but you're not coming in where you should come in. You should be at about 333. Let me go back here to 333 and see if you get better here. Watch the signal here for a second. There's 333. KE6ILX Grass Valley, K6MYC, over, over. Okay, Frank, are you copying Jeff?
Negative. A little murmur now and again. That's it.
Yeah, but you could hear N6RO, and I couldn't hear him. Isn't that funny? Now, Jeff is in Grass Valley, so you may have to move the antenna a little bit. Jeff, don't go away. We want a little more chatter from you, see if we can determine what direction it is you're coming from. When I go to your normal direction for you, you disappear. I lose you, and I don't know how well you're copying me, so just give me a quick break. How copy on my signal? I'm running 800 watts. How copy? Over?
Yeah, your Q5, if you were up to like S5 and it dropped real fast to a Q, real fast up and down, you keep going in and out. It's real loud and real down. I don't even have the amplifier in the truck yet, so this is 50 watts.
Okay, 50 watts. I got it, and you got me at Q5 and S5 at times, but a lot of QSB. You're fluttering badly. Yeah, multipath is severe, so it may be the antenna you're using or maybe just conditions. I got you. Thanks very much for checking in, and I think as time goes on, you'll probably improve the 432 signal. You're much, much better on 2 meters, so you probably can use that as a guess, a guide anyway. Thanks so much for 96, Jeff. It's really great to hear you back. Welcome back, my friend. KE6ILX, K6MYC, 73.
73, Mike, and yeah, next time I should have the 200 watts in the truck at least. So anyway, 73.
Yeah, the other problem that we're having is the radar is popping me and it keeps hitting my AGC. And I got the AGC now set because I had had it set at fast, and then I had it readjusted to slow, and now when it pops, it takes you out for a better part of a second. So I miss a couple of words, and then I get more words. So that's part of the reason the copy isn't as good. It should be. It's the popping from the Beale Air Force radar there. But thanks much, Jeff. Thanks for your patience here. KE6ILX, K6MYC.
Okay, and now
okay. Did he come up at all for you, Frank?
Negative.
Okay, no matter what you pointed, huh?
Yeah, a little murmur now and again, that's it.
Okay, yeah, well, he's, I guess I'm doing okay then. I'm hearing him. If it wasn't for this radar popping, I could get almost 100% copy. All righty, well, that's good to hear Jeff in here. Let me get him written in here.
226 is here.
And good evening, WA6OIB 226. Good evening, Ken.
Yeah, good evening, WA6OIB here, and good evening to Frank there. And I heard Jeff up there pretty good. I just now walked in and fired everything up. So he was about an S3, but my noise is remarkably low tonight, except for the popping, like you say. And I got my AGC on fast, so it recovers quickly. WA6OIB.
Yeah, well, I had it on fast earlier, but it was pumping. So I had Aaron get into the radio and turn it down to slow, and he did. Now, of course, it's staying off, and I wasn't having trouble with the radar earlier. It was just the signals were pumping the AGC. So now I got the antenna toward the radar, and now I got a problem. So, Aaron, if you can do it, I'll shut up for a second. You can turn the AGC back to fast.
There you go, Mike.
Okay, thank you, sir. All right, let's see. Who else? I'm looking for K06KD or KJ6KFB, either one in the Sacramento area. K6MYC, over.
Kilowatt 6 Whiskey India Sugar, Placerville.
Okay, I hear Placerville, not pointed at you. But if you'll give me a longer transmission, I'll move the antenna to see if it helps. The patterns and the signals are coming in all different directions tonight, Paul, so I'm having a terrible time here. I had rotor problems in the beginning, and I think that's cleared up now, but signals are coming in weird directions. Some are right where they should be, and some are off and 10 and 15 degrees off axis here. Good evening, 637. K6 Whiskey India Sugar, and I guess you could make a call for Bill and the other guys, K6MYC.
Yes, K6MYC in the group. This is K6WIS. Band conditions are highly variable. Anything from S1 to S7. I wouldn't touch the antenna. It's pointed about the right direction. If you point it up towards the KE6ILX, Jeff up in Grass Valley, that's about the same heading as for me. And
beaming toward the Bay Area, over. I thought I heard KR6MR. Was that you, John? KR6MR, try it again.
Paul's talking to him now. Yeah, Bill's in there too. And of course Larry.
Yeah, I hear Larry like a ton of bricks here. Roger, Larry, we've got you checked in. Give me another 2 minutes. In 2 minutes, I should be in your direction. In 2 minutes, I should be in your direction. We've got you checked in, Larry. N7WT, Roger, K6MYC. I'm not pointed anywhere close to you. The conditions are really weird tonight, over.
Hey there, Paul. K6WIS, WA60IB. Yeah, you popped up real loud, Paul. Are you copying me? K6WIS, WA60ID, and K6MYC. Over. He doesn't hear me.
I don't hear him at all. I guess I'll write KO6KD in here. How about KJ6KFB? Anybody hear him? Well, I'm not hearing anybody now. K6 Whiskey India Sugar, K6WIS, K6MYC calling and standing by. Over. KR6MR. You in here, John? K6MYC. Over.
Roger, Mike. K6MYC. This is Kilo Romeo 6 Mike Romeo. Your S is 0. Very, very weak. Very weak. Over.
Okay, well, you're good copy now, but I'm pointed at 318 degrees, so I'm off of you about 15 degrees. Maybe it's me here, but I thought we had it calibrated perfectly for other directions and other signals. But you're Q5 now, but I'm not hearing Paul at all, over.
Paul's been trying to call as well.
Who's he checking in, Ken?
He said 776, but that's him.
No, he's 759. 776 is Bill. I want to know if 756. John is 759.
Right, okay. Is KJ6KFP, is he checking in?
He was checking in KO6KD.
Okay, he's checking in KO6KD and Darren, 756.
756 was there. Is that what you said, Ken?
That's right, along with KO6KD, Bill.
Okay, very good. I heard Bill come in, but it didn't sound like him.
It's all quiet up there at the moment. WA60IB and K6MYC for the Bozo Net.
Okay, do me a favor. Turn up toward Larry and give him a call and have him come back with a long transmission, and I'll see if I can find him. I was hearing him at 320. It's off 30 degrees all of a sudden to Larry tonight for me, over.
Yeah, okay. N7WT, WA60IB and K6MYC, over. Yeah, we've been copying your CW. Yeah, boy, you got a good signal right now. I got my beam up there, your S9, so at the moment you're good. This band is all over the place tonight. Anybody else up there? Okay, yeah, there's somebody else talking in there, too. I understand Dale is in here, and who else?
Could be KD6BQ. It could be Richard. So listen for Richard 249.
Well, I heard 272.
Oh, well, it could be 272. That's valid. That's KE6, KE7 UQL. That's Daniel. I'll put him in. We should also have Richard in here.
I'm listening. They're going up and down. The N7WT. Is Richard in here? KD6BQ, over. Boy, the band's all over the place. N7WT, WA60IB, over. You went from S9 to nothing.
Yeah, I know. The problem here is this rotor's not counting right because I went up to 350 and then it stopped, which means I should have gotten to L314 or 14. So I'm way out of calibration. I calibrated at the beginning of the net. Now it's out again by 15 to 20 degrees. That's why I'm screwed up. So there's something wrong with this rotor box. It's just acting all crazy.
Is that one of yours?
Yeah, but it just started this, but Frank thought we had it sorted out the other day, but it did the same thing for him, and then it looked like it was going to be okay again. But this evening I turned it on and it wouldn't go past 180. It seems to be running on its own.
Hang on a second.
By the way, Mike, you're back up to SAWB6JFT.
Yeah, I hear you now, Dane.
Yeah, whatever antenna you're on, you had me in one of your super nice zones.
Now they're talking amongst themselves up there in Reno.
All we want to do is find out if Richard's in there, and then I can log him in. That's KD6BQ. No, that's not right. Yeah, KD6BQ, Richard 249.
Right, that's what I'm trying to find out, but they're talking amongst themselves right now. The N7WT or KE7UQL WA60IB is KD6BQ 249N. The N7WT, WA60IB, over. Okay, we got your CW. Give me the number. Give me your number, over. 249 is there, Mike.
Roger, thank you.
Yep, you are too. My goodness, it's really all over the place tonight. Anyway, have a good evening. Thank you much, Larry. N7WT to B60IB. I think we have to synchronize with the flights out of Reno.
Something. I couldn't hear Larry. I heard Larry when I was pointed way off of him, and he was fine. Now the rotator won't go past 341. It's losing its calibration as we speak. Every time I move it, it must be missing counts or something, or getting extra counts.
Yeah, probably extra counts from some kind of noise. Let's blame it on Beal.
Well, I'm going to blame it on this control box. Put another box. I got another one here. I'll just set it in here, and I'll get it in here tomorrow, and then we'll see if that clears it up, because it's been goofier than hell, and it's again screwed up tonight, so I can't use it like this, particularly with a narrow pattern.
Come on, guys, you know it's Trump's fault.
Yes, it is.
Oh, no, are you one of those guys, Frank?
Good evening, Ken.
I said hello earlier, but you probably were asleep.
No, I heard you, but Mike jumped in there and just got to rolling away, and I didn't have a chance to slip in comfortably. And that's part of the reason why I did this. I figured that I'd give you a little wake-up call with my smart mouth over.
Well, that usually does the trick. Hi to Dane up there, by the way. Good evening to you up there.
Good evening, Ken. Carry on, Mike.
Well, I'm not carrying on very well here with this rotor. It's now stopping at 341 degrees. It won't go any further. So it's losing. It's going further, so we're not getting the counts, Frank. It's in the counting mechanism that's fouled up. It's at it's at 14 degrees when I'm at 341. So it should have gotten a lot more pulses, but it wasn't getting the pulses, so it's only reading 341, but it's pointing at 314. I mean, 0.14.
By the way, I got Larry's tower back up today and everything calibrated.
Oh, boy, that was a job. I'm glad to hear that. Maybe he'll check in on Sunday night then on 2 meters.
Well, I'm going to try to get him to. I got one little job to do up there, the 40-meter beam. I had to cut a 6-foot piece out of the middle, so I've got a, and I put a jumper already, but I had the wrong connector, because the coax going up is RG8, and the jumper up there is LMR, so I have to get another connector and put it on. So he can't do 40, he can do everything else.
Well, the coax type wouldn't matter. It's the connector that's wrong, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I didn't have the connector for the RG8. I had the crimp connector for LMR, so I didn't realize he had RG8 going up the hill.
Yeah, I don't know why. I guess he had a whole bunch of that left over from his dad's place.
Yeah. It I don't know. It might have been green in the middle. I don't know.
Oh my God.
Anyway, he's tickled that the tower's back up.
Yeah, I'll bet he is. What was wrong with the boom? You had to cut 6 feet of the boom out?
No, the coax. The coax was smashed. I had to cut 6 feet out of the middle, so I just put a new jumper on the actual antenna and ran, of LMR, and ran it down, and was going to put a connector on the other end, and an LMR connector on both ends, and it turned out it was RG8 coming up, so I didn't have the right connector. I'll do it.
Yeah, okay, I understand now. So maybe that piece of coax that was on there originally got smashed when the whole thing collapsed. Is that what happened?
That's exactly what happened. Yeah, it tore it up pretty bad.
And we you didn't catch it while they were disassembling everything. Okay. All right, well, I'm glad to hear Larry's going again. Maybe we'll hear him at least on 6 meters on Monday. He doesn't have a radio now for 2, does he?
No, I've got a couple of them here now, but they only put up on 2 meters. They only put up about 25 watts, but that'll at least get him on.
Oh yeah, that's plenty. He doesn't do much else with the band. But he's got the 9 element up there that should get out quite a ways, and he should hear okay.
Yeah, here, fine. So, okay, I'm gonna head for dinner. I just got the chow call. We're running late because we've been working in the garden all evening. We're trying to get the garden in before I have to leave for Dayton next week.
Yeah, okay. Thanks for the help tonight. I'm lost here. I really appreciate the help. I didn't hear Bill. I didn't hear anything in the Sacramento. I could copy KE6 ILX. Why in the hell I could hear that puny station, and I couldn't hear anybody else beyond me?
It's the luck of the Irish, I guess. WA60IB. Good night, Frank, and good night, Mike. WA60IB, clear.
Is Stahl an Irish name?
No, I meant up there.
Oh, okay. See you later.
Night, Ken.
We'll see you tomorrow night. I'm bringing Judy to the meeting so she can meet Gwen. And is Gwen going to make it?
Oh, yeah, she'll be there.
Okay, good deal.
Yeah, she can sit back there with all the women and Kibitz back there.
Oh, for God's sake, we're in trouble. Okay, go get some dinner. See ya.
By the way, Frank, are you feeling any better? I know you've been pretty puny lately.
Now, I got caught out in the rain for a couple hours, and I had a cold, a sore throat, and a little bit of runny nose. And for the most part, it's gone. I've worked the last 2 days at Mike's and burned a half a hill worth of brush.
And breathing a lot of smoke, so if you're not sick now, you never will be.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're better. Yeah, Gwen and I are both pretty much back to normal now. She's still hurting because of her incisions, but they're healing up pretty well. So we're cruising again. WA60IB. Good night, Ken. WA60IB, KM6SR. Well, hi, Rob. You're lurking in the background. Didn't know you were here. Good evening. We will see you tomorrow, bright and early. Roger. I'm going to give Mike and Judy a ride down. Over. Okay. Yeah. I got some stuff to set up and whatnot. So for Aaron. So I'm hoping to get there about 6:15 or so. Okay, we'll try for 6. That sounds good. Thank you. Appreciate that. WA60IB.
Okay, is there anybody else to check into the Bozo Net? We got 20-something here, 22, 23. Not too bad tonight, considering I was impaired, so to speak. All right.
You get K6MI. He was here earlier on. I don't know if you got a chance to write him down, and then you can also put down Bozo 1100.
I didn't get 1100. I guess I better write her down.
Good evening, Mike. K6ZKA.
Well, good evening, Brittany.
She's used to hearing herself come back to your radio half a second later.
There you are. Good evening, Brittany. I heard you fine. With a delay or without it. I don't get a delay on you. You guys have to listen to my delay, but I don't have to listen to yours. Good evening, Brittany. Good to hear you. I don't know whether you're going to come to the club meeting tomorrow night, but I'm bringing my lady, Judy, and some of the other ladies would be there. We'd love to have you if you could make it.
No, it's our oldest is turning 8 on Saturday, and so she's got some friends coming over for a sleepover, so my wife will be busy tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know how that works. All right. Thanks for checking in, Brittany. We're good to hear you. K6ZKA, K6MYC.
Yeah, and oh darn, I'm busy tomorrow night.
Who's busy?
Well, I was just saying it's a good thing I'm not going to be home. I'll be at the club meeting, so I don't have to deal with a house full of little girls.
Oh, okay. Sometimes that can be fun, depending on the age of the girls, but I know what you mean. At 8-year-olds, they're pretty numb in the neck both ways, aren't they? screechy.
Yep, yeah, so I'll miss tomorrow night, and then, but I'll still be here Saturday morning when I wake up, so that's okay.
Okay. Get out some cotton for the ears, huh? All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. 7-3, good evening, everybody. Thanks for the help.
Good night, Rob.
Good night, Aaron. Hey, I gave you an excuse. You didn't have to be there Saturday morning. Over.
Yeah, well, we'll see. It is my daughter's actual birthday on Saturday, so I would like to be around for that.
Roger on that. Just giving you a bad time.
Alrighty, Mike. We'll catch you later. K6NYC, K6USY, DMO6.
Yeah, good night, Aaron. Thank you.
Hey, Aaron, get it all finalized. I got to listen to the net in order to get the list written down because I've been down eating up and back, and we've been all over the place tonight too. So I got to listen to it to figure it out. Over.
Yeah, Roger. Good night to everybody on YouTube. K6USY.